Welcome back here to the Kings of the Storm Upper Bracket Finals. I'm Solid Jake. We're going to game number 3.
Got it this time.
And he's Kubi.
Yeah, I'm Kubi. You guys know that.
Damn.
We do have brackets and bracket updates before we get into this game, real quick, because we aren't able to cover the lower bracket round 7?
Almost so much time in a day, Kubi.
Round 6. Zevron takes a 2-0 victory once more.
Wow, Bad Blood
over
falls.
Bad Blood.
Yeah.
Not able to
conquer
the demons. Cognitive taking a 2-1 victory over Team Blaze, so a good performance for Blaze nonetheless. Those two teams will find themselves at 5th place. 7th apiece will be for 2Arc and Pool Play-Doh. So we will have the run back of Zevron versus Cognitive after this. But not before we have Game 3 of the winners final.
It secures the top 4 as well. We know the top 4 will at least be Complexity, Tempo Storm, Cognitive, and Zevron, which means 3rd and 4th, you're guaranteed at least $250 for your team.
That's your money, guys, right there.
Oh,
they do have
some change.
$250 for 3rd, 4th, and $750 for second place, and I think $1,000 for 1st.
That is
seeding
correct.
Points, oh so important. Oh, that's a draft, Jake.
Ah, that is a draft. Let's get right to it. Asmodan.
Okay. It is Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Yeah. Cole knows that Tempo very much likes this hero,
and what I suspect here is actually a Zeratul sniper if he's not banned. So they deny the Asmo style immediately. This is something Tempo Storm. It's like a comfort pick, especially on this battleground. And actually, if we look at a bit of the history of Tempo Storm, if they're ever behind, they go to this strategy. They go to the hyper-passive Asmodan farm style, where they just try to sustain the damage, and they just beat you in the extreme late game. Complexity is targeting that and making that not an option. And I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised. Janus worked well for them that they didn't steal Kael'thas, because Kael'thas can kind of accomplish a similar late game.
So the mages get split up. Jaina Kael'thas going to either side. Zagara leaves Leoric on the table. They're going for Tyrande Jaina.
They have to ban. They don't have to ban Murden. They need to deny Murden, through a pick or a ban.
Butcher's also a threat.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in some time now.
So ban Butcher, pick Murden?
Could do either. They put Tempo Storm in kind of a weird spot. Or they could ban Butcher, pick up Murden. They can still do that, but you know they're really dictating quite a bit what Tempo Storm needs to lock in, what they need to deal with. Complexity. They've already taken the Uther away. They can kind of dictate the support if they want to force them onto Malf or Rhaegar by banning out one of the two. They're going to take out Leoric.
I think that's very smart. So this should be... It could be Double Warrior right now out of Tempo Storm. I think we're very likely to see Murden, because Miranda is just so strong. So just get rid of that, deny that option on Complexity. And maybe Johanna.
That said, for picks that Tempo Storm likes, Murden, a Numerak
very true.
is what they would prefer. So there may not be the opportunity for Tempo Storm to deny Johanna. What do they pick with that in terms of what's remaining? For damage, there's still Vala. I mean, they could go for Johanna Arthas. I'm talking about Complexity, of course.
Right.
Yep.
And I think Arthas would still fulfill that role in a lot of ways. I actually do largely expect to see Double Warrior out of Complexity for their final 2 picks. Tempo, of course, need a support, but very likely could do the Double Warrior. They're debating to do a Numerak Murden. They've seen great success with it in the past, but Tassadar is another strong hero on this battleground. They're going to go for that support early.
They leave the reactionary pick
I think that's
last.
smart. Yeah.
Waiting to see what the final 2 picks for Complexity are. They haven't grabbed any warriors thus far.
I think Arthas is...
Could be Arthas Johanna. If they want to go for a solo warrior, it's going to be Johanna very likely. Vala could be the pickup for damage. I don't think there's high need for Tassadar, but maybe.
They'd be going
without
Zeratul
in play.
This is something that does have some strong use on these kind of maps, because you're forcing them into that solo support. It's similar to doing Double Warrior. except you've got two pseudo supports that still have a lot of damage output.
Well, I think it's going to be one of those three. Vala, Tassadar, or Arthas.
I agree. I really don't know what else.
They could try to deny a noob, but I just think the combination between a noob Johanna isn't that great.
The only other thing is Kerrigan. And
I'm just not sure that fits into what Complexity has been doing as of late.
right,
since the roster swaps.
That's the reason why I'm not feeling it.
Boof!
They do it.
Boof!
They do it. All
Okay.
right.
I've been proven wrong.
You're right. They haven't been showing off a lot of Kerrigan play. This is something that they did a lot back in the day when McIntyre was on the team. But we haven't seen a whole lot of it since then. Now, this is a battleground where aggression shines through. And we're going to see a very aggressive Complexity here in game number 3 of the upper bracket finals. Kerrigan making one of her first showings on the broadcast this weekend.
You want to talk about a hero that didn't have a lot of impact in the last game? It's Tyrael. The efficiency in the backline was not enough of a threat, considering the level deficit that was existing persistently throughout that game. But they're going to go for it again. They feel confident that they can still make use of it. So this is our final composition for the last game of the winner bracket.
Oh,
Complexity
man.
looking to knock Tempo Storm down to the lower bracket finals.
Okay, well, we're going to see Kerrigan show off what she's got.
I love Kerrigan. One of my favorite. I always like to see it drafted. It was a bit sad when she started falling out of the meta, but maybe we will see a case for it once more.
Could happen. Upper bracket finals, a lot on the lines, guys. Do us a massive favor. Get on Twitter and let your friends know about Kings of the Storm
Everybody should be
finals.
watching this. This is the second time now that we have seen top NA teams really starting to put some pressure on Tempo Storm, which is before and you're talking 2 weeks ago, this would have been an easy bracket for Tempo, considering how dominant they were. But now the teams are starting to catch up. That playing field is starting to shrink.
It is.
The gap in skill for the teams. Very exciting. Tempo Storm, they have something to prove now, it feels. They just had their loss in the Town Hall Heroes Invitational to Cloud9 Maelstrom, not present for this event.
Imagine back-to-back losses. Like, that's...
It could be devastating. For a
There's
team
lot.
that has been so dominant over the last month. The first time that this roster has suffered a loss this past week, and now they could be faced with their second.
It's possible. Game 3 will be on Tomb of the Spider Queen. We're going to get into it very quickly here. I'm voting for the underdogs. I like the Kerrigan play on this battleground.
I can't not vote for Kerrigan in this scenario. It's on
so
Tomb
fun.
of the Spider Queen, a very small battleground. Allows for a lot of very aggressive rotations. They have the Jaina, they have the Tarada to go with this.
The comp is kind of like, you get a stun, you get a stun, everyone gets a stun. And Uther with Divine Shield just makes Kerrigan so hard to take care of. On the left side of the battleground, it is Complexity. Caterpillar playing Johanna, Hans on Tarana, Jaximus on Kerrigan, Blinks playing Uther, and the entire team is just kind of feeling themselves Trummel on Jaina.
On the right side of the map, Arthlon will be on Kael'thas. Dreadnought on the Rhaegar. Zuna will be playing Muradin. Soldier this time on Zuna. On Tyrael. KO will be on Zagara. Together they form Tempo Storm. They need to prove that they are still the coherent together unit that they once were 2 weeks ago. This has been a rough week for them, but they are looking to battle back. We're on Tomb of the Spider Queen. They had the Azmodan potential strategy denied almost immediately. Not almost, it was immediate. First ban. So that's interesting. Maybe something that Tempo Storm wasn't expecting to see.
Sick analysis right there.
So sick.
All right, well, just kind of throwing out their skill shots, collecting those gems. Actually, eliminating the minions in the backline early makes it a little bit more risky to capture your gems. So sometimes you'll actually see teams opt to let the lanes push out a bit, so it's more safe to do just that, pick up all of those gems. The Trummel will walk in and grab them. Blinks sneakily soaking this top lane up in that vent. Zuna is a bit suspicious, hiding up there himself.
Okay. We have a little bit of the rotation. Zuna looking to punish Blinks. I don't think he's going to be able to get... Yeah, the stuns were just synced up so flawlessly. No opportunity to get a heal in between.
They said there's no one up here, Sophie. That's weird. I bet you there's someone up there. We saw the ping happen. The Roaches revealed this target, and they had KOTS and Murden lined up. Beautiful play by Tempo. You know, just saying, look, we're not dumb enough to fall for this.
Okay. Jacksmith still poking around. Haven't seen the aggression yet. Pulling Zuna in. Gets stunned. Follow up Lunar
Combo?
Flare. Hunter's Mark.
Not enough.
Still, the threat is ever looming. They're
Yeah.
showing their ability to execute this, to rotate. And something at Tempo Storm, they're still wondering, do we need to respect this? Is their Kerrigan play strong enough? Not the easiest of heroes to make work, but when it does work, it is terrifying.
It's true. It's also one of the heroes that if you fall behind, she starts to be less valuable.
Good point.
But if you are ahead, she is a massive terror to your team.
Preemptive Iron Skin, just to make sure that the stuns weren't going to line up. Barthlon a little bit too far back regardless. Yeah, oh, they were starting to try to take out those giants. Yep.
Interesting plays. Yeah, they will be unleashed. One giant did fall. Zuna's going to see this.
Well
He's
aware,
like, all
yes.
right, they might be around here. Cattle rotating down on Johanna. Zuna's going to have to get that work
bait!
in, but the combo goes forward, a little bit forward with the stun, but it should be enough for the takedown. A few gems dropped. Dreadnought will be able to pick him up. Oh my goodness.
The aggressive. Did you see the
Shadow Wolf. We don't see it often, but he did go for Shadow Wolf.
Yeah,
So
he had been talking about that with the
this
event
battleground
of the patch,
in particular, this battleground, Shadow Wolf. That's the only time you see it, and it's the way to juke these big stun combos. Nice reactive play by Dread. Oh, KOTS, I'm too excited about Rhaegar talents. KOTS gets destroyed. That's 2 kills here in favor of Complexity.
All right, so we haven't seen Jacksmith play Kerrigan yet, or at least not on stream.
So far,
What I just saw, in terms of the bait, okay, that was a good dodge from Dreadnought, but the bait that was set up, you know, he saved the Ravage, he saved the stun until the Dwarf Toss was thrown out, made sure that there was one alley of escape for Zuna and punished it accordingly. The follow-up for the rest of the team, the stuns, the Johanna pull, everything was on point. They have what it takes to mechanically execute this style of play.
And so far, good start. Nice Dwarf House by Zuna to get out of harm's way, but they're 11 gems from a full turn-in on Son of Complexity. The additional aggression they've had is providing a threat, disallowing Tempo Storm from really keeping eyes on those turn-in points at all times because they're so proactive about rotating around. And we do see Blinks will be allowed to turn in, summoning the aid of the Web Weavers.
So these early turn-ins usually will amount in some amount of split push, just to try to take out towers. They're not looking to get anything more than that. It's very rare that these will amount into a keep. In the top lane, we have some aggression, counter-aggression. I think Trummel is going to get out safely. All right. That was the Rome squad, yeah.
Oh, all right, Soldier. Oh, the beautiful lineup. Kerrigan knew exactly what to expect.
Wow.
Perfect timing, but he does live.
Wave of light.
A bit of a misstep there. They thought they had the takedown, and they back away. Oh, the Sentinel body block by KO. That would have been the sickest package ever delivered by Hedwig. But the Lunar Flare connects there onto KOTS, and he will...
Oh, the wave is going to kill!
Rip headphone users, I'm so sorry, but that was beautiful. We do see the Web Weavers have done pressure in all 3 lanes. Massive experience lead, a full level at this point in time. Will continue to grow as all of these towers are very low.
Okay, a lot of pressure being thrown into the mid. Getting this wall is going to give them a great amount of experience. We saw Dreadnought was able to clean up the Web Weavers in the bottom lane. Just a little bit of health in the top, draining all of the ammo. They could rotate up to have a quick, almost level experience lead.
Yeah,
If they so choose. But the threat of the rotation, the stuns, they're there. Tempo Storm, they're playing very backed up. They're very passive right now.
And as we approach 10, we can see some big team fight opportunities for Complexity. If things remain the way they have thus far, it's going to put them in a great spot. The combo does just barely
Slightly out of sync.
Yep. And
Giving Zuna the opportunity.
the Sentinel also missing, but you're going to have a wave there to stop the turn-in. Only 14 gems have been turned in by Tempo Storm. A very forward Caterpillar, pushing the lane out, then going up to turn in 14 coins. Will not be contested in that turn-in. So already, they're going to have even turn-ins, even after putting in 50 already.
Soldier looking to try to pressure with the Eldruins. Goes down the smite.
Yep.
Not very much of a threat just yet, but they are quickly climbing back up in the gem count. And the experience lead is over a level at this point.
Yeah, it's level 10 is just around the corner, and this is one of those opportunities in which it's going to be a big advantage. Like, they can do whatever they want. They can go for the turn-in. They can try to just invade their mercenary camps for a takedown because they will have that heroic advantage for a full level. Blessed Shield, Starfall, the Maelstrom, Divine Shield, and the Water Elemental.
Some Kerrigans, what little Kerrigan play we do see, sometimes they are picking up the Ultralisk. We are going to see the very aggressive style that is the Maelstrom. You pair that up with Uther, the Divine Shield. A lot can turn around very quickly in these fights. Are they going to get aggressive? Are they going to try to take this advantage? They are turned in once more. We'll see another set of Web Weavers challenging the Tempo Storm structures.
They don't look confident.
Not yet.
The way they're playing right now is just on the back line. If they do get a few takedowns, I mean, they'll be very much back in this game. Oh, I like the prediction there. Druid's Might wasn't quite, you know, he waited. He stalled it out. So well done on his part.
Okay. We do have Sanctification.
Oh, there's the Elemental, though. KO looking for the takedown. Blessed Shield thrown through the wall. The damage will be enough to get the takedown onto Zagara. Big pickups. Webweaver still two standing.
Yep, even the Phoenix was thrown down too. So Sanctification was grabbed. They're not looking to have this aggressive style. I think that they're expecting
That's smart.
the aggression from Kerrigan, right? And why not? It's going to be the dive in with the Divine Shield plus the Maelstrom. That's what they're expecting to see. So Sanctification is a great counter to this.
That's cool.
However, there are a fair number of stuns to deal with Tyrael. So,
wow,
positioning is going to have to be very clutch on that.
It's going to be a really cool fight from this point on because Sanctification can absolutely just win team fights if timed properly to deny some of the stuns. But yeah, like you mentioned, I mean, you can hold that Blessed Shield, you can hold other things to make it happen or stun it out before it even goes down. So Tyrael could end up being that kind of focus point in these team fights.
Okay, 3 members of Tempo Storm hiding out in the bottom lane. Dreadnought by himself. The stun follow-up is there. The Blizzard. And we're not going to see the Ancestral Healing Intense. Yeah, that's huge.
Like the bulk, like 50 gems sitting there on Dread. Rhaegar's generally the safest target to hold them, but so many stuns are available, they will go into the Nether Realm.
The Nether Realm.
That's tragic.
Yeah, that is. And they have not been successful in turning in. They do have enough right now, but how do you get control of this? A good leap out once more from Zuna, able to stall out this combo. And we're starting to see some aggressive play from Tempo Storm at this point in time. Zuna able to get out of the combo. The Divine Shield is thrown down, and the Maelstrom has been used, but they're backing up.
Yeah, Dread is back up. They realize this. The Flame Strike is providing a fair amount of damage. Only 2 gems are needed for Tempo Storm, so turn in from, you know, one of their members, either Soldier or Arthalon could be what they need. But they're going in here. Big coming grasp. Stun onto Zuna once again. Sanctification not going to be there in time to save him. And that's 2 heroes down on the side of Tempo Storm. They're just getting picked apart. KO with the Shrink Ray. Gonna end up going down. Jacksmith misses the combo, but only the 2 warriors will escape alive.
Okay, Trummel trying to get that poke onto Soldier to slow him down. The Water Elemental not going to be able to quite chase. A big thing in that last fight was level 13. The sprint was absolutely critical for Jacksmith to get out of the stuns from the double warriors on Tempo Storm's side. And that was a very quick pickup. A snap call, backed out of the fight, moved back in with some pulls, but it was well executed.
Corey,
what?
It's a 3-level lead right now.
Once more.
This is
structures, all but just a little bit of HP in that middle fort. Tempo Storm does get a turn in, and that's could be something that we're looking to see for them to get their footing back on the battleground.
Yeah, this could be the start of, you know, a bit of experience catching up. That's what they need. They have taken out exactly 0 structures. Yeah, exactly 0 structures. And that means there's a ton of experience available to them. Starting to put some pressure here into the top lane, working on this, buying time for those Webers to get the damage dealt. This will get them much closer to 13 to put them on an even talent footing, which they do need. Johanna holding that 13 talent for the time right now. Has been holding it for quite a while.
Heroics just got off cooldown for Complexity. The long cooldown of the Maelstrom. Soldier getting stunned out. Not going to follow up on it. The rotation, Trummel with the flank.
The Blessed Shield goes off. They're going straight for the Kerrigan. Maelstrom has been activated, but they do get that sanctification.
Ooh!
But it is interrupted, and that is absolutely just going to pick that team apart. Condemn not connecting on Zuna, but Dreadnought is being slowed by the Water Elemental.
Yes, Blinks, if he can get there in time to get the
Shrink
stun, the
Ray!
slow, the stun, the not in time once more. 2 Ancestral Healings whiffed during that fight, made a big deal. That's a 3-0 takedown. So far, 11-1.
Oh my
Tempo Storm,
gosh.
even with this turn-in, not able to get any kind of footing. Complexity looks unstoppable.
They're just dumpstering them right now. 11-1 in terms of takedowns. The gem count unfathomably in favor of Complexity. Tempo has lost the majority of their gems. They turned at 50 at this point in time, 38 in the pockets, 80 in the bank. That's a turn in. They're going to get these bruisers, get the Merc pressure, then turn in for massive push potential.
Soldier in the mid lane has some mobility on Tyrael. Do they have enough gems to turn it? Yeah, they do.
Oh,
plenty of
more
gems.
than enough. Yep.
They're gonna get it.
Oh yeah, that's a big push here, and you see they just scout out the bruisers. Tempo will be able to pick them up, so they'll help them out in the middle lane just a small bit, but it's going to be bruisers.
The
versus
rotation,
bruisers
top
and
lane.
Reapers.
What is this?
It's a dead Zuna, or yeah,
He should be able to leap over that wall. It backs up.
wrong way.
That's going to the.
Flying time. Oh, Jaina.
Okay, we may be seeing a
Trummel
pause in just a
disconnected.
second.
Yeah, Trummel disconnected. This is.
This is a
he's
really
back,
dicey
he's
time
back.
to pause. Oh gosh, this is rough. All right.
Are we back? We're back. All right, he's ready. He's ready. It's going to be a very short break. We're going to be back in the game.
No word yet from
very
Tempo Storm.
quickly. Okay.
Go.
3, 2, 1. We're going back in, and we are back at it.
This
Zuna
is so tense,
will
Jake.
die. He was dead no matter what.
Can you feel the tension?
Yeah.
It is thick. It's in the
thick.
air.
The fact that they didn't say anything.
There was a
before that
long pause. You know, it was like
Before they
Blinks
said
is like, "You ready?" No one. Just
Yeah.
go.
No one at Tempo Storm said
Go.
anything.
No countdown. There's some
16
real thick
to
air over there. You
13.
can cut it with a knife, Jake.
You know what else can cut with a knife? Butter.
And that's what Tempo Storm's looking like right now.
Oh man.
Can you argue it?
They're just
Can you argue
No.
it? 12 takedowns to 1 right now. All 3 forts are down. 13 minutes into the game.
They look like butter that went stale and got put in the dumpster.
Butter doesn't go stale, it goes sour, Jake. Come on. Come on.
Oh, you're right, Gooey.
Then it goes in the dumpster.
But Complexity looks incredibly strong right now, pushing into this top lane. The Web Weaver will end up falling, but they're still at 49 gems. It's not too far off from another turn, and Zuna getting pulled in. Still 12-1 in terms of takedowns thus far in Tempo. They have just about what it takes for another turn in themselves, so they're not out of this yet. They've managed to keep all of their keeps relatively well protected at this point in time, and they can continue to fight back. They just need to get 16. Kale Foss, we can never forget about the power of that hero in the extreme late game.
Never forget. Never forget our
Surrender.
kill boss.
It's not over. It is not over.
All right. We hear the horses in the back, signifying the races. Get to the Markemps. Caterpillar looking to start this. I don't think there's any way the Tempo Storm could sneak a boss. A play like that is needed right now, though. They need something big.
Tempo? Yeah. But
Getting 16 is nice. Yeah, that's great. But we've seen it before. If you're down 3 levels, that does not help. That's not changing enough of the momentum.
And we see the fight happening here in the top lane. Jackson's again very aggressive, almost like trying to force the rotation. They almost want them to come towards Jackson because the team is already on the rotation. So if they did collapse there, the team fight would have happened. And again, when you're down this talent tier, this experience lead, it's rough. This is what we call the throw pit. They're going for it, but I don't think they're necessarily... They're going to be very fast to back off if they see Tempo. They want to force a fight.
Yes.
But is Tempo even willing to contest? The answer is no.
They can't. They would need one of their warriors up there immediately.
They're going to turn in for their troubles. So that is a nice way to deal with this. They turn in their gems, but those gems will be fully defensive. It's not going to help them get any kind of structure catch up, if you will, because they are very far behind. They're strictly defensive.
Yeah. We'll push the waves out at the very least. Buy some time to get to level 16. Flame. Phoenix is thrown out once more to at least apply a little bit of damage pressure. Yep. Bottom lane, you can see those trying to push that out. They need that space.
Soldier just soaking mid lane. They want 16. They're incredibly close. A few more minions falling. We'll give them those talents. Flame Strike is the key that they need to defend. They need to get there first. 16 just around the corner. There it is. We're going to see it picked up very quickly. Ignite the double root expansion here. Their damage output is much higher. Their poke much stronger.
Did the pause break the heroic cooldowns?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Can I see them on tap? Yes. So we can see Blessed Shield is the only heroic that is on cooldown. All right. In terms of turn-in, they do have enough on the side of Complexity. So this is a bit of a tough scenario. Matthew says that if we do this, it'll fix it.
We'll have to take care of that this game. I don't think we'll be able to.
I don't know the hockey.
Okay, so Complexity turns in once more. They're well on their way to level 20.
Yeah.
Continuing to clear out those lanes. And this is a very, you can see that Complexity is not rushing in to take this game. And they know they have a really strong advantage, but so many times teams have come this far to take a series off Temple Storm, and they make one small mistake. That's all it takes for Temple Storm, and they will crush the late game with one
That's what they're known for doing.
Team fight.
But I think these are the safe pushes. You go in with a Web Weaver in all 3 lanes. It's going to give you a ton of experience as they take out structures, and it'll allow you to get 20.
Okay, 2 missed stuns. This is kind of scary. I don't know if they even should stick around that much more. Wait patiently. Wait out the Phoenix. Big Flame Strike hitting.
Yeah. And the Web Weaver is dealt with. So, is it worth sticking around? Stormbolt being thrown out by Zuna, buying time. 20 is actually just seconds away right now. When this tower falls, that'll give him 20. There it is. Bolt, Divine Shield, or excuse me, Indestructible picked up, as well as Redemption, and that is a dead Muradin. With that takedown, there is so much opportunity for them to be incredibly aggressive right now.
Yes, they can push in. That's Zuna out. One of the warriors, one of the few bastions that is stopping this aggressive play from Kerrigan. Jackson is just waiting patiently in the shadows for that moment to strike. The Flame Strike hitting 3 members of Complexity. That damage adds up, even if they are behind.
But they do have Tyrande and Uther, so it does make it a little bit easier for them.
Good dodge.
Stepping back, waiting for it to grow out. Primal Grass does whip, but they want this.
They just want one more creep wave. They're going to try to clean it out before it gets there. They know it's an issue. Stall it out. And they just need a few more hits onto this keep.
Yep, the poke of Jaina has been effective thus far. She will go forward and get that takedown. All right. 3-level lead still there, and now one keep has fallen on the side of Tempo. The other keeps taking a bit of damage. Bottom one, almost completely vulnerable.
Still holding that 3-level lead. Gonna go back, take Mercenary Camps. Temple Storm can very much predict that this is happening. Do the same on their side, take the Bruisers. We see the Owl being thrown out just to see that they're not doing anything aggressive to try to catch Complexity out of position.
Temple Storm, who has been insanely dominant since the pickup of Zuna, since WCA America Finals. They have not dropped the tournament until this Wednesday during the Town Hall Invitational, where they fell to Cloud9 Maelstrom.
Very close series.
Not in this tournament. Everyone suspected no one would be able to challenge them. Complexity says otherwise. Looking to make the upset, they have a huge advantage right now.
Grabbing the Mercenary Camps. Sort of buying time until they can get either the next boss.
They don't have enough for a turn-in.
Or a turn-in.
They're just kind of hiding their position. They're saying...
Not taking this Mercenary Camp. They don't want to show... I think they would like
20 seconds on the boss, too. So
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. They're like
Smart.
saying, hey, maybe we're posturing on the boss, and this is going to be a nice timing. Just clear this wave, give those Giants a bit of a buffer, and threaten that bottom lane.
Still another 40 gems to turn in. That would put them kind of close. Not too far off. Yeah. 21 to 18.
This is such a tense moment right now.
So tense.
They will get the turn-in. Tempo still has to be very far back. They're 3 levels down. That Storm talents
14
well.
off.
Yep.
Got a posture on the boss. I don't know. It's kind of what Temple Storm is waiting for, I would think. They're checking to see if KO is down here. Okay, he's responding to this. This gives us the opportunity to go in for the boss. Oh gosh, you can see them. It's like a pack of vultures.
Far away. They're positioning this is known as the throw pin. Tempo realizes if they can take a fight here, they're back in the game. It's their one chance. So much damage. Zuna gets pulled in. The Ancestral will connect this time.
Sanctification.
They do advantage to disappear from the boss, but yes, Sanctification is keeping the team alive. They're backing up. Maelstrom is there. In terms of heroic cooldowns, I wish I could see them at this moment.
So many resources have been spent. An additional stun being thrown down, and that is KO being taken out.
Oh,
Zuna,
no.
don't think he has a resource. No Ancestral Healing is left. No Sanctification. That is going to be 2 heroes down. We still have the Giants pushing in the bottom lane. A good gravity lapse to hold it back. Soldier is able to get out. Yes, it's going to be putting a bit of threat into the back line. We see Soldier stunned out once more. The chain stun.
Oh, the living bomb on Blinks. No, the heal is there just in time. The damage from Jane on the top lane. Lunar Flare connecting on Dreadnought. No follow-up. This time around, he will get away. Primal Grasp is juked, but the keep will not stand.
Tempo Storm has gotten 1 takedown this entire game. Oh, Caterpillar Solo gets the heal at the last second.
Yeah,
Blinks
that's just
has
a
been
double
on
healer.
point with
That's
that.
the Tyrande. They've got Tyrande Uther. It's really paying off right now.
In the bottom lane, Giants still pushing.
Wow, that's
throughout this whole time.
This is rough.
Taking this keep down to half health.
Tempo. And they're going to go for the boss. They know it's a 5v3. Yes, they're going to...
Soldier should have Sanctification off cooldown. I don't know if... I mean, they don't have Zuna up. That's really what they would need.
Yeah, it's... Without Zuna, this is too risky. They have Sanct, they have Ancestral.
Yeah. They're going to make something happen, right? This keep is down in the top lane. That would be a lot of free pressure. Right. If one hero falls, that would be game. Just one.
Keep is going to fall. This keep will fall from this wave if they do not respond immediately. KO needs to march. The hesitation, that's going to cost them the keep.
They're going to lose it. But this is more important that they defend this push.
Turn in, they have it. No, they don't. One off. Cast your map.
69 gems.
Magical.
Need just the one more. There it is.
All right.
Wisps away into the night.
They're gonna turn. It's unfortunate they couldn't get the turnip. They're gonna push for the boss. Zuna gets pulled in again, out of position. The damage. They are forced to get him out of there with the cleanse, but the damage is continuing. Ancestral this time, keeping him alive. But the boss has started wailing away at the core. Caterpillar sustaining through this. Actually, the ball buying him time.
It's a stun. The core is falling very quickly. It's down to 40% already. The boss is still pushing it on this. I think Tempo Storm is going to end up falling. Wow. Complexity with the upset.
A week ago, Tempo Storm was invincible, and suddenly they have lost a tournament, and now they're going into the lower bracket finals. Massive upset by Complexity.
They look so solid. There was nothing wrong with their play. They had 1 takedown to Tempo Storm's name.
That's it.
Just 1.
1 fall.
Happening very early.
Yeah, Blinks fell in the early game, that top lane. We saw it happen. It was actually the first takedown of the game.
Yeah.
And
from that point on, everything was flawless about the rotations, the taking advantage of the objective of the map, the boss timings, the baits, the stuns. Everything was good. Flawless play. That's the kind of stuff we need to see against Tempo Storm, and Complexity proved that it can be done, and they will advance to the grand finals of the final Kings of the Storm, securing top 2.
Upsets are happening.
Yes.
We're going to get ready for our next game. Let's actually take a look over here at the bracket.
It's going to be Cognitive versus Zevron.
Yes.
The rematch. So if we had enough hype with Complexity taking this series over Tempo Storm, this is the rematch for probably one of the more ridiculous series that we saw on day 1.
2-1. It ended up with an 8% core where Cognitive failed to eliminate it. Zevron then marched across... it was Blackheart's Bay and ended up taking game number 3. One of the best series this weekend. Insanely evenly paired teams. This lower bracket semifinal is going to be intense, and then the winner will advance to face Tempo Storm. Complexity guarantee themselves a first or second place finish in this event. Wow. And I just can't wait to see more, guys. We're going to get ready for a commercial break, but get on social media. You can tweet at me at SolidJakeGG, Kubi at the Kubi.
That's right.
But just tell your friends about this event because the tides are turning here in NA.
How could you miss that?
The meta is...
And we've got more to come.
Yeah. We'll be back soon.